We are back on Ask the Manager. Sean McDonough, Dana Hersey sitting in for, I would say, the vacation of Dan Berkery, His Eminence Dan Berkery, who is now the president of TV38, formerly the vice president, who received a promotion. Now the president. Well-deserved, we might add.
Do you think we should change the theme, our familiar theme music? Maybe we should have to play Hail to the Chief?
No, I don't think that'll be necessary at all.
No?
Let's just read some letters and get through a little mail here.
Timothy Wynn, Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Dear Dan and Sean, or Sean and any of you three guys, just wanted you to know, ATM is great. Keep up the humor. As for folks who write and complain you're silly, tell them to bite a rock, as Dan says. They're probably just old grumps anyway. Maybe a shot of Geritol would loosen them up. The more goofy you guys get, the better the show. Guy who's ticked. Speaking of grumps, what is it with Stu?
Stu has been in a pretty grumpy mood lately, hasn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know why, but he's been in a grumpy mood lately.
I like Stu, as you say, though. I kind of like him just because, by comparison, this doesn't look that bad. He seems like a nice guy, but he's always after Sean to read. He obviously doesn't like the banter that is the show's trademark. As you can tell, we sort of a raging debate among the viewers of what is the show's trademark. Is it banter? Is it the letters? Is it Cliff Allen? What is the lifeblood of the show, in your opinion?
I don't think it's these little philosophical interjections of yours, frankly. Could you continue to read a letter, please? And,
if he can't lighten up, maybe he shouldn't fill in for Dan. Have him take some aspirin and lie down or something.
Right. He needs a shot of Geritol, too,
yes.
Don't you think? Yeah.
Right. Speaking of Dan, he's really not that fat. He looks like my neighbor. Of course, she's 7 months pregnant.
Everybody's
this guy blasting the entire hierarchy of the show.
Is there a question?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to run another Stooges marathon again this New Year's Eve? I hope so. It was a great idea last year.
Are we? Cliff says we've been talking about it. I think that was very successful, the Stooges marathon, wasn't it? Well, then I would suspect that we will do it again.
That's Cliff Allen. Keep up the good work, by the way. Let's nominate Dan for the Supreme Court. Is there anything in his background we should know about?
Yes, thank you.
I don't think we're ready for prohibition again. Do you think so? I don't think so.
I heard a joke the other day, but I won't take it.
Go ahead.
You know what, Donna? Never mind.
Go ahead.
This is from Wendy Dale. We moved pretty quickly for that one, huh?
Yeah, right.
Wendy Dale, Newton Center, Mass. Dear Ask the Manager. Ask the Manager is a big letdown.
There's the Dan cam now.
Spanning the globe. Hello,
you know,
Rick.
you could really get a good angle on this set here, too.
Isn't this...
With that, look at this chair. I mean, this is a veritable antique, ladies and gentlemen. It's got a plywood back with a 62 on it.
And for those of you wondering, yes, the flowers are real.
You know something? This looks like a real estate office. It doesn't look like a general manager. It looks like it's like, well, I really think, Mr. McDonough, you should go for the 4-bedroom. What do you think?
This shot sort of reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, there, when they the little puppets, and they sort of appear. Hello, Rick. How are you today? Great to see. What an innovation.
Thanks, Rick. We'll just ignore you, or we'll try to get Sean to ignore you.
Soon, every TV station will have one of these.
You know, you sports guys just don't have great concentration. That's the problem, right? You really don't. It's like...
No, we don't.
No.
What were we talking about? Ask the Manager's a big letdown after two... Perfect timing for this letter. Written on... Apparently, this person's trying to conserve their station.
Okay, it's a big letdown. What's the point, McDonough?
After 2 good programs on Saturday, people who work all week really don't want to watch 2 grown men act like first graders.
I agree.
Why don't you fill the time with a rebroadcast of Wall Street Journal Week? Wendy Dale.
That'll be good.
Newton Center, Mass.
It's a sure cure for insomnia. Right.
Let's see. Let's read a short one. Just for you.
We've taken a break yet?
We've taken a break, yes.
Oh, the show's interminable today.
Marion and George McLeod.
Marion and George, they wrote it together?
Yes.
God bless them.
Family viewing, family writing. Thank you for a very enjoyable, delightful hour with some of the hockey greats. You were on that show. We really enjoyed the program Life After Hockey. Always good to see and hear these hockey players speak. Let's never forget them.
Life After Hockey is what... There was only one problem with that show. It was too short.
Yes.
I mean, we had so many pre-produced packages and features that we showed everybody were wonderful. We didn't really have enough time to talk with all those wonderful players. We have replayed that, haven't we? That's been on again?
Just recently.
I hope he'll play it again.
There we are right now. That's real time. This is the actual time right here in our studio.
that we happen to be taping this program. As you'll see, it's 26 minutes before the hour of 3 o'clock. Go ahead.
Yes. Eastern Standard Time. Dear Mr. Berkery, from Stan Carlson, Springfield, Mass. I watch TV38 quite often, and I enjoy the programs and movies that you show. I was just wondering if you were ever considering showing Land of the Giants on a daily basis or even on a weekend.
Even on a monthly or yearly basis, we're not, I don't believe, showing. We did own it at one time, but again, it's like McHill's Navy. We don't have it.
I watch Ask the Manager a lot, and I hope you can answer this on your show. We just did. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Here's another letter.
Dear Dan and Sean, I'm a big fan of Ask the Manager. My cable system used to carry Channel 38 on Channel 8, but about a month ago they changed the channels, and it is now on 38.
Well, isn't that interesting for the folks at home to know that?
We know.
Perhaps could they tell what's WROR on in New York? Is that on his cable channel too? Maybe we can tell everybody out there what that channel number is on that thing there.
Confusing the viewers. Paul D. Pastini writing this letter from Providence. I still think of it as TV38. On your show of November 14th, you made a mistake. You said the Philadelphia story starred Paul Newman and Barbara Rush. That is wrong.
Who said that?
Dan.
Barbara Rush, Dan?
That movie is, do you know what movie that Paul Newman and Barbara Rush were in?
Yes, the Philadelphians.
The Young Philadelphians,
right.
That's what he says. The Philadelphia story starred Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and Jimmy Stewart.
Excuse me, were you on the show with him?
Close personal friend. Yeah, but I didn't correct him.
Did you know?
First of all, I'd never correct him. He's the president. If he wants to make mistakes, he signs the checks. Go ahead.
You're kind of like a toady on this program, then, huh? That you would never argue with Dan, you would never correct him, you would never like...
Never
You're kind of like the yes man on the program.
I am the consummate yes.
If
I'm like one of those dolls in the back of your car. They just keep
like
bobbing up and down.
Hawaiian dolls. Like that. Let me...
yes, Dan.
Let me just offer this to you. Your title on this program is Viewer Advocate.
And as you can tell, I defend the viewers staunchly.
Whatever happens, you know, I mean, polishing his shoes down the hallway, you know, before the program is fine. Once you get on this program, you are protected by your position in the electronic media as Viewer Advocate. That gives you an equivalent status with Mr. Berkery so that you can correct him, argue with him, debate with him. That's part of your responsibility, Sean. Not just yes, Dan. You're right, Dan. Gosh, I never thought of that, Dan. Right. You're absolutely correct, Dan. Oh my goodness, you're so smart, Dan. I'm so stupid. No, you've got to correct him if necessary.
There's only one problem with that, though.
What's that?
If I do that, then I'm the ex-viewer advocate, like some people we know. And I enjoy the heck out of this job.
I don't know. How much time is left here? 3 minutes. Still showtime.
3-minute warning.
All right, we have time for at least 3 more letters. Go, Sean.
I'm surprised that Sean has not been bragging about his alma mater, Syracuse University, since their football team has gone undefeated so far this season. I'm going to the Sugar Bowl, by the way. I can tell when Sean is lying. His head gets shiny.
Right.
Andrea Duggan! Come on in, Andrea. Andrea, come on in. Come on in. The lovely Miss, here she is. Sean. Come on down, Andrea Duggan. Come on out here. Come on out here, hun.
I'll take bachelor number 1.
Thank you. Have you met the lovely Miss Duggan? This is Andrea. Andrea Duggan.
Andrea and I are old friends. We go back way back.
Way back. Last week.
What about
but it was
Sean
really
and I?
Andrea, let me ask you a question. Would you think that... Should Sean get a hairpiece?
We have a photo
I understand. But do you think Sean should get a hairpiece?
No.
Really? Yeah. How about a weave or some...
Andrea loves me just the way I am.
Just wondering, have you ever considered it, Sean?
No. A weave? No.
A weave, maybe, or something?
It's coming back. I'm on the Cy Sperling exclusive strand-by-strand formula. 2018, it'll all be back in. Andrea is the... it's one strand at a time. About one a month. It's doing wonders. Andrea is the director of public relations, publicity.
Here at the station.
Here at the station. She does wonderful things.
Yes.
And you have him for a photo session.
I do.
But we have less than 2 minutes left on the show anyway. Isn't she lovely, though?
Andrea, if you would be kind enough to take 2 steps to your left, we would be happy to close this program so that I can get
I didn't say that.
Thank you very much.
See, that's why you don't get the good publicity around here, and I do. Yes. I'm nice to Andrea. And she's nice to me. My publicity photos, she touches up. You would think I was the shaggy DA when you see those photos in the newspaper.
Yeah.
I really love your Bruins and Red Sox coverage. My question is, if the Bruins will make it into the playoffs, will 38 be showing any of the games? Of course, we'll be showing all the away games as usual. And we're going to show a home game this year. In March, during the seventh player award, I think. I don't think that's public consumption.
You know, it's occurring to me that I didn't even have to sit in for Dan today. They could have kind of put a cardboard cutout of Dan here, and you could have carried the whole show.
Well, it's the letters. The letters are the lifeblood of the show. So
actually, that is all the time we've had. This has been indeed a pleasure, Sean. And, yeah, I know. Don't ever change, babe, okay? Hey, how about going to Club Med together? What do you say? Go.
It's the family who puts the fun in America's